YouTube? Time for Q&A number, like, I don't know, I think I've done like 5 of these, which brings me to the point that a lot of the questions have already been answered like multiple times in other Q&As. So I have them all in a little playlist on my YouTube page, and you could really, I suggest you check those out if your question doesn't get answered. I just look on there because I've definitely already done a lot of these, like just the basic ones or whatever. There's an ambulance outside. Okay, so this Q&A is from this photo. Oh, look at me. 378 comments. I'm just gonna kind of scroll to the top and pick ones that I know I can answer off the top of my head. How much do you charge for an hour of face sitting? That's appropriate. Where did you and Christian meet? This has been answered in other Q&As. Christian and I also have a couples vlog, our couples vlogging channel. It's called CG and Nikki TV. And if you go there, we've done Q&As which answer all the questions about how we met in detail and everything. So if you want, there's a lot of questions about Christian and I. So if you're interested in answers about that, I would check out that channel. But I try to keep this mostly like about me. This is my selfish channel. Does Christian have mood swings? What are your weak points that you're working on in your opinion? Have you seen improvements in those weak spots? My weak spots in regards to muscle size that I'm trying to build would be like my quads and my calves and my hamstrings. I'm just trying to build like overall size on my legs. So that's my main goal, especially after I'm done competing for this season. I really want to focus on that and just building those up. I feel like my upper body muscle comes on very quickly and maintains pretty well, even if I don't work them as often. So definitely I put that focus on my legs. What's your wannabe body fat percentage, i.e. the body fat percentage that you want to stay all year round? When I got my body fat percentage done, it was a few months ago. I know I was 114, 114 pounds, and I was 26% body fat. So now I'm sitting at like 105 pounds. I'm not sure what my body fat is. I am gonna go do another body fat test here sometime before the show, just to see again. I recommend using the same method of measurement when you're going to retest your body fat. So my goal is probably, if I had to guess, I'd say I'm like probably down to 20, but I think a maintainable, like right now is the weight that I feel like I could maintain and that I'd like to maintain. But I also feel like I should be a little leaner for the show. So, it's kind of give and take. You live and you learn. I feel like I learn more about my body every day, and it's just improved exponentially every single time that I do this. So I know I'm just going to continue to improve. I'm not really like going in and trying to get a pro card right now. I'm just doing it because one, I really like dressing up and doing makeup and hair, and I don't really have an excuse to do that otherwise. It's not like I'm going to go do a pageant or something. And it's just something to work towards. It's something to have a goal, like to try to sculpt your body for this competition. But at the end of the day, I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, I want to love myself and have good self-esteem, and those are my goals. So I kind of went off on a tangent there, sorry. Whenever you get negative feedback and people being rude about women that lift and this and that, how do you deal with that? My opinion on that is, like, the way you want your body to look or the things that you're doing to achieve your goal body is totally up to you. I mean, if you want to be, huge and muscular and shredded, and like your goal body is, sorry, Dana Lynn Bailey's goal body, then fucking go for it. Like, understand that takes a lot of work, a lot of work. But if that's your goal and that's your personal, like that's what you see in your heart, that's what's gonna make you happy, then do it. Like, who cares what anyone else says? I get 1,000 good comments for every bad comment, so I don't let bad comments get to me. You can't please everyone. There's a quote that says, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the whole world, but there's still gonna be someone that doesn't like peaches, So at the end of the day, you need to do what makes you happy and not worry about what any negative people say. And also, do you ever see a negative comment from someone who's like happy and successful and like satisfied with their life? No. So really, who cares about these people's opinions? Let's be honest. How do you take care of your hair? Mine breaks off so much because I have it in a ponytail all the time. What do you do to make it look good when it's down? My number one thing, and I learned this a long time ago, that if you have your hair up high and tight, or even back here high and tight, you're gonna be constantly pulling and straining your hair, and your hair is gonna thin out as you get older. So I definitely don't think you should wear high ponytails, like not frequently at all. I will occasionally, and like if I'm doing something and I need my hair, like if I take a shower, I don't wash my hair, I put it up in a bun up here, but I will never keep it up there for a long period of time. I always, and you'll notice, always have it in a very low, very loose ponytail. I only put it through the ponytail twice, and I just let it like nice and loose, and I like to do braids also because braids don't strain your hair at all. So I would definitely recommend, like, or use a clip even. Just don't like do tight ponytails. Maximus is like clawing underneath the door, like. Anyhow, next question. Will you marry me? Do you and Christian ever fight? That's gonna be one that I'm gonna answer, and we just did a couples Q&A too actually on YouTube, so that's gonna be one that we'll answer there. Do you break out a lot due to sweat from always working out? I have never had acne in my entire life, like ever. I had like occasionally, like I'd have like one zit pop up here or there, but I've always had very dry skin. And then recently, a couple months ago, I just had a patch of it show up, and I've had it kind of everywhere. It's just been going crazy right now. And I've never had it before, so I didn't even know what to do about it. I finally went and saw a dermatologist about it, and he put me on retinol. I'm on like a low dose of retinol, and he actually gave me antibiotic like pills to take care of bacteria in my pores. So I have to take those for like 3 months, and that is what I'm doing about it now. I don't think it's from working out, because I've been working out for like a couple of years now, and I just got this like a few months ago. So I'm not sure that they correlate, but I guess like your skin can change over time, and you can get, because I've always had dry skin, and now I feel like it's I guess more combination. So yeah, I don't know if that's the reason why, but I still recommend after you're done working out, just go rinse off your face, even just with water, just to get that sweat off, especially after I get out of the sauna. I always rinse off my face. Can we get an update on your measurements? I didn't do all my measurements, but I did measure my waist yesterday, or the day before, and I was 25 when I measured it last time, and I'm 24 inches now. And I'll do a full measurement update here soon. Are you taking creatine? I'm not currently taking creatine. Do you think you will ever stop living this lifestyle? I really hope not. I feel like exercising and being fit and being conscious of your health and your nutrition makes you age a lot better, makes you live a lot longer, makes your body composition overall better. So I don't foresee me stopping at any point. I might take longer breaks from it, like a few months or something. I don't think so. How did you get your name out there and get the following you now have on both YouTube and Instagram? On Instagram, I started off very slow. Slow and steady wins the race. You need to be very consistent. You need to know your audience. There's a point where, like, if you're posting like too often, or you're posting too many like kind of salesman type things, or too many posts that just don't look nice, you know, like, and people go through Instagram because they want to look at things that like are pretty, or that look nice, or that's a nice picture. You know, you don't want like a picture of your food that looks like shit, you know, like if you're not gonna make your food like look pretty, then don't take a picture of it. Just like things like that. Look at the feedback. I always look at my pictures and look at the amount of likes they get, which I know is kind of silly, but I like to look at what people respond to better. One picture gets 6,000 likes and one gets 2,000, then, you know, people don't really like the 2,000 like one as much. People like to see results, so make sure you're doing something, make sure you're achieving something, unless you're Michelle Lewin and you're just already perfect. But things like that, I feel like build Instagram for sure. You can use, I wouldn't do shout out for shout outs. I feel like that gives you really like followers that don't like your pictures or that don't care about you at all, and I don't feel like that builds like the following that you want. Like, have you ever seen those accounts that have 400,000 followers, but their stuff is getting 800 likes? Like, and then I only have 73, and my stuff gets, you know, 4 to 5 to 6,000. So I just feel like if you want to build quality followers that actually give a shit about you, then you shouldn't be doing shout outs for shout outs and things like that. That would be how you would build. I feel like that's how you should build Instagram and your Facebook account. For YouTube, I would say date Christian Guzman. And once I feel like your following gets to a certain point, then more people are seeing your things. And you need to, before you're trying to like tell everyone about your YouTube channel, I feel like you should post a few YouTube videos first so people can see that you're consistent and that you know what you're doing and that you're going to provide quality content and things that they want to see. So you need to like have a consistency, have like 10 videos up, and then tell everyone about your YouTube channel and then try to build it. But you need to, you know, get a habit of it, because my first few videos were like 3 minutes long and they sucked. I mean, they were okay, but they weren't amazing because I didn't really know what I was doing. And now, I mean, I'm trying to improve them every day with the camera quality and my editing and background music and things like that. So, I mean, I'm trying. It's a work in progress, and I try harder every day. You know, always constantly be growing, have an achievement, have something that people want to watch. Like, people want to watch you achieve something, or change your body from this to this, you know? Like, people, I feel like that's what people want to see. I mean, that's what I look for. That's what I want to see. So, that's my opinion on that. Should I start Game of Thrones or Supernatural? I feel like those are two completely different genres. Game of Thrones is something that you really have to... I've read the books, so I know what happens and I know what's going on always, because it's very true to the books. But if you don't read the books, I feel like you really have to pay attention to the show to understand, especially because half the characters look really similar, so you're like, wait, is that Renly or is that Jon Snow? I don't even know what's going on, you know? So you have to really pay attention to Game of Thrones if you're gonna watch that. So if you like something like that, and if you like something that's so dramatic and there's lots of like gore and sex and blood and treachery and betrayals and everything, so I love Game of Thrones, and so much goes on and so many characters die that you don't expect. J.R. Martin, the author, once like said before that normally when you're watching a TV or you're like watching your superhero or reading a book or whatever, you know the main character's not going to die because the hero never dies. And he's like, I want you to be afraid for the characters. I want you to fear for your characters. So that's why he does that, and I think that's really cool. But, so Game of Thrones is a little more intense. Supernatural is something where you don't always have to pay super close attention. The first 5 seasons are the best in my opinion. But they still get good. I still love watching them. I still watch all the current seasons, and I think Christian and I are going to watch the first episode of the next season today. But yeah, I would probably recommend Game of Thrones first as my personal favorite because I've read the books and I'm really like attached to the characters. But Supernatural is a good one if you just kind of want to be lazy and just kind of watch something that you don't have to focus on quite as much. That's my opinion. So there you have it. Okay, I'm going to answer just a couple more. Why are you so gay? Thanks, dude. This is a good one, and this is my last question. Obviously the principles, there's so many more questions. I might do a part 2. Obviously the principles of muscle building are the same, but do you think there should be difference between men and women in their approach to training? In my opinion, as I am not a power lifter, I build to improve upon specific areas of my body, and I feel like that women want to achieve different things than men want to achieve. Not necessarily, like the amount of muscle that women put on and where they put on the muscle is different. Like, I think women can do all the exercises that men do, obviously, all of them. I personally don't work chest, ever, like nothing. I might do push-ups occasionally, but I don't like a striated chest in the middle, so that, and I feel like I get that pretty easily because I had it for my first show and I didn't like it. So I avoid chest. I just don't like the way that looks on my body personally. That is why I don't train chest. Obviously for men, chest is like their #1 thing that they love to train, or that they want to be like big and full and whatever. So that would be like a difference in male and female training. But I work my butt like twice a week, my glutes. But you know, you don't see men doing like glute kickbacks and things like that. They might do like maybe like hip thrusters with the bar or whatever. I think all the same exercises can be applied, but the amount of time spent on certain body parts will be different, or things like that, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm like out of breath now, and I finished, and that's all for now. I might do a part 2 because I don't want to do like a super long Q&A that's kind of annoying to watch. So I hope that answered some of y'all's questions, and hope y'all have a fabulous week. competition is coming up soon. Really excited. You know, I love to dress up and put on makeup. I already have my makeup appointment done and everything. I'm gonna do another video that's like NPC bikini competitive checklist. So kind of go over some of the things that you need to keep in mind when you're competing. So I think that'll be helpful to a lot of girls that are looking to compete, because bikini is a very fast growing genre because it doesn't require as much muscle. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. If you have other questions that you need answered, feel free to shoot me an email. My email is nikkiblackketter@gmail.com. I can't answer all of them, obviously, if I get like a huge influx of emails, but if you have just kind of a general question or you want to know something about my coaching, then feel free to ask. And other than that, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Please like this video. It helps the channel grow, which I didn't know, but apparently more likes means something about your channel growing. I don't know, I just saw the Hodge twins post something about it and I was like, ah, shit, maybe I should ask people to like my videos. So please like it, please, please, please. Thank you. Bye.